The first day of rookie minicamp for the 2025 New York Jets is officially in the books. And what are the biggest takeaways after day one back at the facility in Florham Park for the rookies? We'll talk about that and much more, all coming up here on a Friday edition of NY Flight Jets Talk right here, right now. Let's go.
Jets, Jets, let's go.
Jets wide receiver Wesley Walker. Wesley, how you doing today? ESPN writer Mr. Rich Cimini, Jets reporter for The Athletic, Mr. Zach Rosenblatt, Hall of Famer and Jets legend Mr. Marty Lyons.
Your host, Connor Law.
What is going on, everyone? Hello and welcome back here into another edition of NY Flight Jets Talk. Appreciate you tuning in here with us on this Friday, May 9th, 2025, a Friday edition of NY Flight Jets Talk. And the Jets rookies are officially in Florham Park. We saw the Jets ink a lot of their draft picks to contracts yesterday, and now day one of rookie minicamp is officially underway. A lot to get into, but before we do so, make sure you smash that like button and hit subscribe. If you got any questions for us, throw them in the chat, guys. Super chats, memberships, and gift memberships really do go a long way here on this channel. And by gifting memberships, by submitting all your super chats, you have a chance to win some super cool prizes. Sauce Gardner signed jersey, Kevin Mawai signed helmet, Aaron Glenn signed trading card, Jonathan Vilma signed photo, Bart Scott signed photo, free item from our merch store, channel emojis. Every $2.99 super chat or gifted membership gives you an entry in a raffle to win one of those. More entries you have, higher chance you have to win. We're here on a Friday, so Friday in May. So this is what we'll do. Every membership that you guys gift, I will match that tonight. So we'll get a spree going. Please, if you can, guys, super chats, memberships, get your raffle entries, and they really, really, really help us grow here on the program. So we appreciate all of your support as always. Like I said, though, submit all your questions, call into the show with the pinned comment, smash the like, hit subscribe. You guys are the best. Appreciate all of your support here on the program. Let's dive right into it, though. Day one, rookie minicamp in the books for the Jets. And there's some interesting nuggets I want to get into, but I'll preface this by saying first, when it comes to rookie minicamp, the main way I look at it at least is this is an opportunity for undrafted free agents, guys with fun storylines to come in right away and make an make an impact. So that's kind of the way I view rookie minicamp, and I think that's overall the significance of it and how teams view it overall. I also think it's a great way for the coaching staff. Like, for example, Armand Membu, Mason Taylor, these aren't guys who really, really need the drills, need the reps. Sure, it's great for them to get it back out on the practice field. Membu said earlier he hasn't really practiced with the team since November, December, that time of year when Mizzou football wrapped up. So I'm sure it's great for those guys to get on the field. Like Membu mentioned, he was doing some work with the offensive line coach, some playbook stuff. So that's great. But the way I look at it overall is these undrafted free agents get close to the coaching staff, the fun storylines. They're able to show what they have really and say, especially the guys here who want to try out a tryout type deal, because I think I have it up here, 12 of these guys are unsigned. These are full-on tryout players who are coming in and trying to just earn an invite back to the non-rookie minicamp and get an invite to minicamp, and then maybe that turns into training camp. So there's always these guys looking to take the next step. But some of the notes that I obviously wasn't at the facility today, but I was following everything on Twitter. Some notes that I wanted to dive into right away here. We'll start with some personnel stuff I noticed. Shout out to all the Jets beat reporters on Twitter. They all do a great job giving us updates all they can from Florham Park and who's playing where, what drills are going on, media availability, all of that. So shout out to the Jets beat. They do a great job, every single one of them. So make sure, Jets Twitter, Antoine Staley, Brian Costello, Rich Cimini, Nick Faria, Robbie Sabo, Zach Rosenblatt. I'm trying not to leave out any names because all the Jets beat reporters are great. So go ahead, shoot them a follow. They do a great job for all the live updates around this time of year. But let's start off at the quarterback position. Brady Cook and Adrian Martinez, the only two quarterbacks throwing passes today. So I really, really like that because I think Brady Cook and Adrian Martinez are really going to have an opportunity to to make this roster if the Jets do decide to carry three quarterbacks, because you obviously have Justin Fields. You have Tyrod Taylor. After that, if the Jets decide to carry 3 quarterbacks on the roster, pretty much an open battle between Adrian Martinez and Brady Cook. So they were both out there today throwing passes. Brady Cook completed a few nice passes to Mason Taylor across the field. Again, you guys know me. I really, really like Brady Cook. This is the guy I want to come in and make the roster. I think he could be a quality backup in the NFL. So Cook is someone I want to see impress and stand out in front of the coaching staff in these rookie minicamp practices, during minicamp, during training camp. So Adrian Martinez, though, and Brady Cook, it seems to be like that's one of the takeaways, that those two guys are really going to be battling it out for the QB3 job on this team's depth chart. QB1, QB2 already set, but if the Jets do decide to carry 3 quarterbacks, it's either going to be Adrian Martinez or Brady Cook. Probably the biggest thing I will say, it doesn't have to do with any specific player that I saw today, is the Jets didn't bring in as many players for rookie minicamp as they have in years past. And shout out to Dan Leberfield, Jets beat writer. He noted that he saw a lot more one-on-one work with the coaching staff today, given the fact they didn't have as many players as they've had in years past. I like that. I think Aaron Glenn's kind of shown these are the guys he has his eye on. I don't think, and again, what are a tryout player who comes in on tryout, making the 53-man roster or practice squad is highly unlikely. But I don't think Aaron Glenn is bringing any player in here just to bring them in. I think Aaron Glenn is bringing in players who he legitimately believes can be impact players potentially at the NFL level with a good coaching staff and if they hit their ceiling. I like the fact that the Jets are kind of cutting down that number slightly, and they're bringing in quality football players and getting the coaching staff, getting those players, direct attention to the players are getting direct attention from the coaching staff. That, I think, is a big thing. I think Aaron Glenn knows the guys he really likes. I thought he got a lot of great names in undrafted free agency. Thought he got a bunch of quality players throughout the draft. That's the biggest thing. He identifies who he likes, and he's trying to get them maximum reps. So that's probably my biggest takeaway. I really, really like the fact that the coaching staff is really being able to hone in on a specific, group of players and not having to worry about, some teams bring in 25 tryout players. The Jets only brought in 12. And again, I think that's Aaron Glenn kind of building his vision of, we're not going to bring in players just to bring them in. I'm only going to bring in players who I think can make long-term impacts on this team potentially if they're able to hit their ceiling. So really like that. The media availability portion of today, not going to make too much of it. There weren't any, crazy quotes, nothing shell-shocking really to say. I will throw something in here quickly on the numbers that the rookies chose to wear. Mason Taylor wearing number 46. Ugh. Mason Taylor, come on, wearing number 46 as a New York Jets tight end. And then he proceeded to let the media know that he was assigned that number by the Jets, and he didn't choose the number, and he was okay with whatever they, quote, assigned him. And he's here to play football, not worry about the numbers. But let's leave number 46 for, Andrew Beck or another fullback that this team will sign. I don't want my tight end 1 wearing number 46. That just looks ugly on the field. I mean, let's be real here, guys. From a optic standpoint, your tight end 1 wearing number 46. How many tight ends have we seen come in the league? And I'm not making too much of it. It's just hilarious to me that, how many tight ends have we seen come in right away and wear number 46 and make an impact for their team? Not too many. So Mason Taylor wearing number 46 is certainly puzzling for me. But according to him, that's the number the Jets assigned him, and he's not going to worry about that number. He's going to come in and play football. If he's able to win football games, if he's able to make big plays for this team, I don't care what number he wears. He could wear number 74. It won't matter to me if he's able to make big plays and contribute as a legitimate tight end 1 option for this team down the road. So those are my thoughts on Mason Taylor's number. I'm going to try to pull up the list of all the Jets draft picks and their numbers, because all the guys who signed rookie deals pretty much got their numbers announced. The Jets put out a pretty cool graphic earlier today with all the jerseys kind of on a hanger in a row with all the new numbers. So we'll pull that up. Let's get this up on the screen here. Here are all the new numbers for the New York Jets 2025 draft class. Armand Membu with number 70. Like number 70. Really like that number for Membu. We spoke about Taylor with 46. 23 for AZ Thomas. Interesting because Isaiah Oliver wore that number, if I'm not mistaken, last year for the Jets. So AZ Thomas rocking number 23. Don't mind that. Arian Smith strips Xavier Gibson's number out of his hands and wears number 82. And we heard earlier today, after the retirement of Jordan Travis, Xavier Gibson will be wearing number 3. But Arian Smith takes Xavier Gibson's old number of 82. And then Malachi Moore clocking in at 27, like that number for a safety. Don't mind 27 at all. Now, Francisco Mauigoa for a linebacker, 51, like that number, like any linebacker who's wearing a number in the 50s. I don't know what it is. That just signals to me they're a heavy hitting player. So, like Kiko Mauigoa, wearing number 51, and then Tyler Barron, 94. I don't know what it was, but my mind went right away to Robert Quinn and that number he wore in Chicago. Like any number in the 90s for an edge rusher. So, hey, if it turns out to be long term, you got 99 and Will McDonald on the one of the outsides, and then Tyler Barron playing opposite him, wearing number 94. So those are the Jets' numbers. All the players who officially signed their rookie contracts with this team. I remember Malachi Corley, last year didn't sign his contract until like June or something, which was, I don't know if it was June, but it certainly like got to the point where it was a little puzzling. So that's something we never think about as fans, like signing players to their actual rookie deals right away. I feel like the mentality is just once you draft them, it's fine, which 99.9% of the time is the case. But it's always great to get that stuff out of the way, right? Get that stuff out of the way immediately and not have to worry about it down the road. So like that the Jets, signed all their drafted players right away. And the bottom line for me about rookie minicamp, like I referenced earlier, is the fact that this is an opportunity for undrafted free agents, guys who aren't the big names, guys who the Jets did not use a draft pick on, to come in and show why they are worth a spot on the 53-man roster. And for the tryout guys, it's to come in and show, hey, I deserve an opportunity to come for the 2-3 day minicamp. And if I impress there, I want to be back for training camp. It's kind of a different standard for every player. The drafted guys, it's, okay, get to know your coaching staff, get to know your teammates, get to interact with some of the other rookies. For the guys who are undrafted, they want to come in. They're the guys who, the priority UDFA guys like Brady Cook, like Dean Clark, like Donovan Edwards, they're going to be here all summer, in my opinion. But the tryout players, like a really, really cool tryout player who's a fun story, Giovanni Williams, the brother of Quinnen and Quincy Williams, Miles College. That's where Giovanni Williams coming from, linebacker. He's fighting to earn an invite for minicamp. I'm looking at the list here. Avery Boyd, tight end. Don't know who that is. He's trying to find a way on the minicamp roster. So it's a different standard for every single player. Like I said, the drafted guys, they want to get work with their coaching staff. They want to get to know their teammates. The undrafted guys, they just want to come in, make an impact right away in any way they can. And the tryout guys, they just want an invite for training camp. So that's kind of the different way I think rookie minicamp these next few weeks are going to be viewed for the undrafted guys, the tryout players, and the drafted players. Appreciate you tuning in. Smash the like button, hit subscribe. Thank you for joining us here on NY Flight Jets Talk. Got any questions for me? Throw them in the chat. Super chats come up here immediately. Every $2.99 super chat or gifted membership get you a raffle entry and an opportunity to win a Sauce Gardner signed jersey, Kevin Wise signed mini helmet, Aaron Glenn signed training card, Jonathan Vilma signed photo, Bart Scott signed photo, a free item from our merch store, and a channel emoji. Every $2.99 super chat or gifted membership will get you a raffle entry. Appreciate your support as always. Like I said, we're matching super chats and memberships today, so I'll start it off. We'll try to get something going. Here's 5 gifted memberships for you guys in the chat. Appreciate your support as always, and I will be matching for the duration of this show every super chat or gifted membership. So please, if you can, gift away, share some super chats. They get you raffle entries, and they're a great way to help us grow. Just drop 5 in the chat. I will be matching every super chat or membership today. Damian Vilgario, RP and CT, Orlando GNYJ, Franklin Fung, Stack. You are all channel members. Just gifted 5 memberships. Again, we're matching those. So please, 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 super chats, memberships go a long way. Get your raffle entry, smash the like, hit subscribe. Throw all your questions in the chat for us. Call into the show with the pinned comment. Zachary Berner comes in with his 3-month member super chat. Appreciate you. Zach says Jaden Higgins is getting a fully guaranteed contract. I did not see that. That's interesting. Again, that's not something that surprised me, given he was a high second round pick. And Jaden Higgins, I think, is going to come in and make an impact on that team right away, especially with the Tank Dell injury. I think too many people have been forgetting what happened to Tank Dell and just taking that out of the equation. So I think Jaden Higgins, excuse me, is going to have an opportunity to come in and make an impact right away. So guaranteed contract for Higgins, why not? Is that something, if he turns out to be a total bust in the league, fans will be laughing at? 1,000%. But I think he deserves every penny of that deal. I think Jaden Higgins is a great football player, without a doubt, 1,000%. But fully guaranteed is definitely interesting. I ask, you guys deliver. Philip Hannon comes in with 10 gifted memberships to start it off today. Philip, you're the best. Appreciate your support as always. And Coach AG has a special message for you.
Here's what I do know. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Philip Hannon, a 10-pack of gifted memberships. If you hear your name called, you are now a member thanks to our guy Philip Hannon, G-Man the Prophet, Bobbleneck, Addison, Cantu, Ringe, Sco, Rep, BX, Ur, Brian Glick, Chris Grasso, John D. Lee. You are all channel members thanks to Philip. Philip, that is 10 raffle entries for you, my friend. Appreciate your support as always. And you gifted 10. So that means we got to drop 10 here on the show. Here is 5 for the people. And we're about to drop another 5 for the people. So, Philip, you are the best, my man. Appreciate all of your support as always. And now we match that with 10 gifted memberships. If you're just tuning in, I know a lot of you are. We're matching all super chats and memberships tonight. So every $2.99 super chat or gifted membership gets you a raffle entry, and those will be matched tonight. So appreciate the hell out of you guys. The memberships I gifted went to Flex Plaxico, Jake Asman, Kevin James, South End Auto Detailing, Johnny Boy, Hennessy Heisman, Dino, Gilbert Farmer, Edward Ariza, Zoink Nation, all got gifted memberships matching Philip Hannon's 10 there. So Philip, appreciate you guys and super chats, memberships. Please, if you can, gift away. They go a long way, and it will be getting matched tonight. Appreciate your support. As always, you got any questions for us, go ahead and throw those in the chat. You can call into the show with the pinned comment. We'll be on here a little longer. So fire all your questions in that you have for me. We appreciate all of the support as always here on this Friday evening. At least minicamp's underway. That's what I'll say. That indicates a little rookie minicamp. All right, we're not quite close to training camp, but we're still inching there. It's good to, bottom line, it's good to see everyone back at the facility. We'll hear from Aaron Glenn tomorrow at 9:45. Break that down at 3:30 tomorrow, in-person Next Gen Jets show. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. Yeah, so we'll stay on here a couple minutes longer. A little quick show in here. Stay on here a little longer, answer your questions, and yeah, so fire all your questions in. Zachary says, did you see Nick Faria comparing Arian Smith to Deshaun Jackson? I did see Nick Faria say that, Zachary. I don't think Arian Smith is quite the caliber player Deshaun Jackson was when he kicked off his career, but I could certainly see the speed comp. Overall, I don't agree with that, but from a speed standpoint, I can understand it. And when it comes to special teams value as well, I understand the thought process there. Kanan says Jets put together a nice quarterback room. I mean, yeah, they have 2 viable options in Justin Fields and Tyrod Taylor, and 2 young, intriguing guys with upside in Adrian Martinez and Brady Cook. I don't dislike anything the Jets have done at the quarterback position by any means. I think they've done a great job of balancing out the young, trustable guys and Tyrod and Fields, and then still managing to bring guys in who have they have a lower floor, obviously, than those guys, but a high ceiling. Guys who are young in their 20s, who, if they hit their ceiling with solid coaching, they could be solid. They can be, quality contributors on this team's roster. So I really, really like the way that Aaron Glenn, Darren Muji have kind of constructed this quarterback room for the Jets this offseason. I love the Brady Cook signing. I think he has the potential to come in and make an impact on this team immediately. So a huge fan of the Brady Cook signing. Someone who got released yesterday, and I want to get your thoughts on the Jets potentially signing him. Gabe Davis. Jets played against him in the division for a while with the Jaguars last year. Got released from Jacksonville yesterday And he's on the free agent market now if the Jets want to sign him. Davis is interesting because been in the league for 5 years, and like he's been a quality second option on some NFL teams. 189 catches, just under 300 yards, 29 touchdowns. Like the Jets don't is Gabe Davis a legit number 2 receiving option on an NFL team? You don't want Gabe Davis being your wide receiver 2. But for what the Jets have, I think if the Jets signed Gabe Davis, he would jump to wide receiver 2 immediately on this team's depth chart. Is this a move I'm clamoring for? Is this a move I really, really want to happen? No. But would I hate it at all? Certainly not. I wouldn't hate this move. Would I prefer giving up a couple day 3 picks for Romeo Doubs and that be the wide receiver 2? Sure. 100%. But I'm not going to complain about beefing up the wide receiver room in the back stages of free agency with someone who's been a quality NFL player. That's my stance on Gabe Davis. Am I all about the Jets coveting him? No, not at all. I'm not going crazy about it like I am still with Zadarius Smith. But would I be upset with it? Not at all. I think it would be a solid move for the Jets. Gabe Davis, Keenan Allen, Jadeveon Clowney, another name that got released yesterday. Zadarius Smith, I'll throw in there. Those are the 4 names I think the Jets should really, really be big on in post-draft free agency. They need wide receiver help. They really, really do. Gabe Davis, sure. That kind of helps patch that void a little. Keenan Allen would be great. Another name, Romeo Doubs in a trade. Christian Watson in a trade. That's what'll make me happy. I think you still need a wide receiver 2 on this team. Our guy Chris B comes in, says Giovanni Williams, linebacker, Quincy Quinn, and brother at rookie minicamp, I believe. Which UDFA signings will make our NY Jets roster, in your opinion? Let me just pull up the full list here, and I will go name by name for you, Chris B. Great question. I appreciate all of your support on the program, as always. So I know that's just signed 15 total guys, and here's the whole list. Brady Cook, quarterback, Missouri. Quentin Skinner, wide receiver, Kansas. Jamal Pritchett, South Alabama, wide receiver. Dymere Miller, Rutgers, wide receiver. Michigan running back, Donovan Edwards. Germany guard, Lander Wigan. Purdue center, Gus Hartwig. Clemson DT, Peyton Page. West Virginia DT, Fatorma Mulba. Florida linebacker, Jamarcus Wetson. South Carolina State linebacker, Aaron Smith. Cincinnati linebacker, Jared Bartlett. Fresno State DB, Dean Clark. Notre Dame State, Jordan Clark. Notre Dame DB, Jordan Clark. Mississippi kicker, Caden Davis. Among the names who I think will make the Jets roster, we can actually pull the graphic up here quickly. So I think a lot of these names have a legit chance with an impressive summer to crack a spot on this team's roster. Here's the full list for you guys to see. If I had to pick a select few, though, I think Cook makes the roster. I think Donovan Edwards makes the roster. I think Peyton Page makes the roster. I think Caden Davis and Dean Clark make the roster. So that is 5 UDFAs I think will make the roster. And Brady Cook, Donovan Edwards, Peyton Page, let's see, Dean Clark and Caden Davis. Yeah, those are the 5 guys I have cracking this team in the undrafted free agent market. And if those guys could come in and provide value like Leonard Taylor did last year, hats off to Darren Muji and Aaron Glenn, because that's another value steal. If 5 UDFAs make the roster, come in and make an impact right away, it's kind of a hell of an offseason for Muji and Glenn when it comes to the undrafted free agent market. And I think there's a real chance you could make a case. I mean, you could make a case. Let me go through the list. Cook, Skinner, Pritchett. I think these are names who at least have a chance, and you could make a case for. Cook, Skinner, Pritchett, Edwards, Wigan, Hartwig, Page, Mulba, Clark, Dean Clark, both Clark, so 10. I think you can make a case for 11 of these 15 guys to earn a spot on the roster. And that's really, really solid. In a normal UDFA class, I think 2-3 guys have a legit shot at making a roster. This year, they got great value. You can make a case in my eyes for, like I said, 11 players on this list to crack a spot on the Jets 53-man roster. And what capacity is a different question. I think the only one who will start among the names I put would be Caden Davis at the kicker position. But other than that, like I said, you can make a case for 11 of those guys to earn a spot on the team's roster, which is just great to see. Our guy Luppy comes in with his 3-month member super chat. Luppy, appreciate you as always. Says, hey, Connor, how are we going to stop the run? Appreciate you, Luppy. Hope you're having a great evening. I don't know. It's the same answer I have as all other Jet fans. You hope that Leonard Taylor III could develop into some sort of run-stuffing presence. Byron Coart is a name that the Jets signed in a free agency who's been inconsistent at best. The Jets don't have a reliable run stuffer. I've heard some of the UDFAs thrown out there. No. I don't think the Jets have a reliable run stuffing option on this depth chart as it currently stands. And that's a concern because what was the Jets' biggest problem last year that made us want to pull our hair out for the first 5-6 weeks of the season? The fact that this team couldn't stop the run. I guess you could say Derek Nandi, but he has been so inconsistent. That's the problem. You look at Derek Nandi, there's some years he's in the top 10 percentile for how he grades out among interior defensive tackles as a run stuffer. And you look at some years and then he's the bottom 5 percentile. That's too inconsistent for me. Where's that consistent name? The Jets don't have that as we currently sit here right now. I think the best bet is you hope that either Nandi can come in and deliver a season like the seasons he showed in 2018 to 2020, or Leonard Taylor III takes a big step forward and he's kind of your two-tech guy, where he's going to provide you a pass rushing presence that we saw last year, and then he can come in and bring you some run stops. That's your best bet. And he's going to be in his second year, and he was a UDFA too. So that would be super, super exciting from a value standpoint as well. That's your best bet, though. I don't think the Jets have a surefire option to come in and stop the run right away this season. Barring any final super chats or memberships here on the show, we'll end with this comment from Chris B. Is to sign a DT, IDL, DL, and free agency to help go along with Quinnen, Nandi, Leonard Taylor III, Cowart, Tuflay, etc. Signed Tavon, Brian, Raekwon Davis, Broderick Martin, Fatu Kasi, Quentin Jefferson, Austin Johnson. Fatu Kasi actually went back to Houston, so he's off the board. Quentin Jefferson is a name I wouldn't hate bringing back, but again, how much is he? Like, I look at the Jets DT room, adding Quentin Jefferson doesn't really move the needle for me. I don't think the Jets could add anyone at this point who's going to really move the needle for me. I really don't. Like, unless there's a surprising option who comes up at cutdown day like we've seen in years past, there's no name you can add for me at the defensive tackle position that is going to firmly change my opinion on this position group for the team. There's no available option who's going to flip the script for me on that. So you just got to hope that the Jets are able to make something out of it. They're able to apply pressure on blitzes. They're a great pass rushing team, and Quinnen Williams performs like a top run stuffer, and you get something out of Leonard Taylor and Derek Nandi. It's your best bet at this point. There's no reliable go-to option. Zachary says, I think the Michigan running back makes the 53. The problem is the Jets have the 3 running backs in Davis, Allen, and Brees who are going to make the roster. They signed Kanena Nwangwu to an extension this offseason, not a futures deal, an actual extension. And I think he's going to be that special teams guy. Edwards is as talented, the flashes he's shown. I think he earns a spot on the practice squad or on someone else's 53. He'll be on a roster this year 100%, whether it's a practice squad or a 53. If he's with the Jets, I think it's on the practice squad, not the active roster. Some Donovan Edwards talk here on the show. Didn't see many big plays out of him today, but again, just day one of rookie minicamp. These guys aren't even in pads, so we'll keep that in mind too. Let's keep that in mind. Appreciate you all tuning in here on this Friday edition of NY Flight Jets Talk. Smash the like button and hit subscribe. Appreciate you guys. There's always some programming notes tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. in person right here. Chris will be here. Jack will be here. And we'll have an in-person edition of the Next Gen Jets show at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, and then the real Next Gen Jets show on Sunday. Jack, Chris, and I will all be at the we're all going to the Mets game on tomorrow night, and they're stopping at the official studios of Connor Long prior, and we're going to do a quick show because we're playing golf at, I think, 11:20. We're playing 9 holes. By the time we get back here, it's gonna be like 2:45. We'll probably start the show up around 3. Then we gotta catch a 4:30 train. So it'll probably be a quick show. Not when I say quick, it'll probably be about 45 minutes to an hour. We'll be talking about Glenn's comments since he's addressing the media. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. If you guys are interested, again, appreciate the support. Smash that like, hit subscribe. Every super chat or gifted membership tonight will be matched. Every $2.99 super chat or gifted membership also gets you a raffle entry. So keep that in mind as well. Let's see. We'll end with a few. We'll go through the chat. You guys are coming in with more questions, so as long as you keep them coming, we'll be going through them. So I got time. So we're chilling. Chris, would you want one more tight end in free agency like Gerald Everett to go along with Taylor, Rucker, and Stone? I love Gerald Everett as a receiving threat too. I think he can fit into this offense really, really well. I really like Gerald Everett and the receiving presence that he would bring to this room. So I'm all in. If the Jets want to go ahead and add Gerald Everett, 1,000% on board. A veteran presence who, a good year, he could give you 400, 500 receiving yards. All in on Gerald Everett if the Jets want to make that move. Love that thought, Chris. Nick T in the chat says, what's up, Connor? More likely the kicker makes the 53-man roster than any others. Maybe a linebacker or one of the DTs. I think Glenn feels he'll coach up most of the roster, which is fine. Completely agree. Hit on that earlier. The kicker, I think, is the best chance, and I think he's going to be the only one who has a shot to earn a starting job, just given the other options at that position right now and the position that he plays. I think Caden Davis is going to make the roster. Zachary says having the 38 rep German offensive lineman playing guard will be fun to watch. That'll be interesting in the preseason. He obviously is big. Like it's going to be interesting to see how he kind of fits in on this roster. So certainly going to be interesting on how Linder Wigan fits in on this team, what he looks like over the summer, what he looks like in the preseason. I'll take anyone in undrafted free agency who has 38 reps on the bench press. I was actually looking at his Wikipedia profile the other day. I'll pull it back up. I'm on my laptop here. The teams he's played for, some of these names, one of the teams doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. So for those who are interested on Linder Wigan, he played it one season in college, 2021 at UCF. Before that, he's 2018 to 2019 with the Aachen Vampires. No idea what that team is. Then it's spelled like Cologne, but I'm assuming it's Cologne or something like that because it's Germany. He played for the Cologne Centurions in the EFL, European League of Football. Then after his time with the Centurions, he went to the Rhein Fire, a German football team. Then, after that, he went to the Munich Ravens of the UFL, where he played in 2024. Now he's with the Jets as a UDFA. What a story for Linder Wigan. But again, he came by way a lot of this too from the International Player Pathway, the IPP program that the NFL's really been trying to grow. Again, anyone who has 38 bench press reps, I'll take on this team any day of the week. Nick says, Connor, how far do you drive? So I can carry about 200, 215. Like I've topped like at the range with not a simulator, but you know how not a simulator. I don't hit into the screens. I don't think that does much. I don't like hitting into the screens, but what some of the I play with my friends sometimes in the club that he plays at, they have like a screen so you could see. So my furthest drive is about like 260 yards. I normally top out like carrying, counting the bounce and everything. I normally carry about 180, 200. Most of my drives pan out to be like 215, 220 on a good swing. But again, golf is so inconsistent. I'll hit a 220 drive on one hole, get to the next hole, nub it 50 yards out of bounds. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the game of golf. Ooh. Nah, I'm stronger than 150. Stronger than 150. My problem's putting. I think I played a week ago. Last time out, I par 3, hit the green with my 8-iron, 9-iron, I think I was using on like 150, 140 to the cup. And I freaking 3-putt. A 4-putt, I think I might have done for a double bogey after hitting the green with my 9-iron. Golf's just so frustrating. Most frustrating sport around, 1000%. You can never master it too. That's the thing. You can never master the game of golf. It'll be fun on the links with Chris tomorrow for sure. Luppy comes in with 5 gifted memberships. He wants 5 raffle entries. Luppy, you're the best, my man, and we appreciate all the support. So does Coach AG.
Here's what I do know. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
5 gifted memberships from Luppy. Bada Bing, Dub74, Mr. Business, Nick Shine, The Nick Shine Show. Shout out to Nick Shine. Andrew Caldoran, you are all channel members. Thanks to our man Luppy. And you know the deal for tonight. Luppy gives 5, so we got to drop 5 as well. Every $2.99 super chat earns you a raffle entry. And tonight we are also matching memberships, so we'll stay on here a little longer. So get your final super chats and memberships in here along with your questions. We appreciate you guys as always. For the memberships I gifted, Carl Duncan, 99 Jet, Terrence Hill, DB94, and Mickey. You were all channel members by way of my 5 gifted memberships. Appreciate you guys as always. Shout out to Luppy for the 5 gifted memberships. Eduardo says, who can replace Max Mitchell? He's not good. It could be Wigan potentially if he makes the roster. Who I think is overall gonna replace Max Mitchell, kind of in that backup guard. Well, I don't think Max Mitchell's gonna make the roster, and I don't think he deserves a roster spot. I think it could potentially be Josh Myers. This is a guy who signed for backup money, who has starting experience. He could be the backup guy on the interior of the line. The problem is he primarily plays center. Cole Laval, maybe. He's someone who didn't make the 53 initially last year. He could sneak on with a strong summer. Xavier Newman. I don't think Max Mitchell's going to make this. Well, I just don't think he's a good football player. We've given his fair shake multiple years. Not on board with Max Mitchell. I don't like the mentality of wasting a roster on him. Jack, what's going on, Jack? Can't wait to see you in less than 24 hours. 9:45 days, less than 24 hours, Jack. So looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Do you think Cook will beat out Martinez for QB3? This is saying if they decide to have one. Yes. Cook has more upside. I think he has the chemistry with Armand Membu. I think if the Jets carry a third quarterback, I mentioned this earlier, Brady Cook will earn that spot on the roster. Dopest, Dopin, Dopeland. What a name. Comes in the chat here, says, yo, Connor, what are the chances the current roster makes a playoff push? With good coaching, they can. Like, if Fields plays like a top 15 quarterback, which I think he can in a scheme tailored around him, and Aaron Glenn turns this team around from like a discipline standpoint, they can go 9-8. Defense plays like a top 5 unit. They have an average coaching staff that is not losing them football games, and Justin Fields is playing like a top 15 quarterback. They could go 9-8. My prediction for this team right now, as of now, is an 8-9 record. The chances, if you wanted me to put a percent on it, I put it at 50%. I don't think it's that far off. I really don't. I think there's a 50-60% chance this team can make a playoff push with their current roster. Let's be real. Last year, a lot of the Jets' losses stemmed from the fact they had no coaching staff and missed kicks. There was never a doubt of the talent on that team's roster, and a lot of the talent is still here. The young talent, at least. Like Devontae Adams, DJ Reed, those guys are gone, but the young cornerstone talent, those players are still here. Luppy says, Connor, do you think we also need another tight end? I don't think they need. Let me reword this. I don't think they will add one. I do think they need one. I would really like Gerald Everett just to provide more of a receiving presence in this room. I know not a lot of the tight ends can block who are still available, so that's a little concern. So I don't really think you have a true blocking tight end. Gerald Everett I would like. I think the Jets missed the mark on the tight end room and addressing that need this offseason. They could have even got a guy like Jalen Conyers in UDFA who they passed up on. I don't like that. Tight end is probably the position I have the most worries about entering the season. It's going to be very, very important. That's what I don't like. Zachary says, did you see the rumor of us playing the Broncos in London for week 6? I actually literally just got the notification. I have it pulled up on my laptop here. Yeah, this source I don't think has gotten many games right. If it's the Broncos, cool. I think it's still going to be the Jaguars. I'm just looking forward to the schedule coming out. That'll at least give us something to talk about. I remember last year at this time, we were like scheming about the schedule and everything, record predictions. For me, like all that matters is the opponents. You could see that every year. It's just, I get it's cool to have the schedule, already talk about the week 1 opponent right away. Like, second the schedule came out, we were already making, scheme predictions, what the Jets were going to look like right away against the 49ers, but that all went to waste. So, a schedule release content isn't my favorite. No. Is it interesting in May? Yes. Talking about the Jets every single day in May is not the easiest thing, just given the fact, like, there's not much to talk about. It's the problem. But yet you guys still continue to come in, support the content, which goes a long, long way. So we appreciate you guys. Any suggestions for the show? Because this show is for you guys. Any suggestions? Feel free to email me. Feel free to DM me. Feel free to just throw them in any of the comments, any of the chats. That's the way. If you want to, any guests you want to see on anything, any suggestions for this overall program, just let me know and we'll do our best to make it happen. Didn't you know Jet fans are insane? LOL, haha. There's no fan base like this in sports. No fan base like this in sports, without a doubt. So, yeah, Jet fans are the best fans in all of sports. And it's only 32 Jet fans would be, I don't think 32 fans of any other team would be tuning into a show about the Cleveland Browns watching live, and the hundreds of you guys that watch after the fact on May 9th. It's only Jet fans who are still craving content in May. At least Glenn's speaking tomorrow, so maybe he'll see something interesting for the first time, and we could talk about that. At least they'll be, hopefully, they make some free agent signing that we can, even if it's a third string, a fourth string fringe defensive tackle who will make headlines for 3 weeks and might not even crack a spot on the roster. But it's what us Jet fans do, 100%. And you guys are the best fans out there. So we appreciate, I from the bottom of my heart, appreciate all the support you guys bring to the show as always. Smashing the like button, hitting subscribe. Those who can't give membership super chats completely get that, 1,000%. Smashing the like and hitting subscribe does just as much. Your contributions that way go just as far. So appreciate the hell out of you guys. You guys are the best. Like I said, back we'll say 3:15, we'll call it. 3:15. Jet Show in person right here from the Connor Long Studios. Like I said, appreciate you guys joining us here on this Friday evening, May 9th, 2025. That'll do it for me. I'm your host, Connor Long, signing off here on NY Flight Jets Talk. Have a great night, everyone. And as always, JETS, 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 Jets. Peace out.